what an Iron Fist is. Sounds like a sex toy. Welcome to the Pixel Pop Movie Podcast. I'm your host this fortnight. This episode, I'm joined by the glows in the dark and hits hard Ethan.
Well, I like that. Glows in the dark hits me for sure.
And the... I got nothing. And the Lucas. What have I got? What have I need?
Not just a, but the.
There we go. Das Lucas. Das Lucas. Oh dear, that's foul. This fortnight we've got a whole bunch of news. There's some shit going down. We've got a few trailers. We've got a couple of super quick mini reviews and things like that. Ethan's going to tell us about how great The Nun was, right, Ethan?
It was none.
Yep.
It was
Hey, what do you give it out of 10?
None.
none.
None out of 10.
Our topic of conversation this fortnight is Iron Fist
Got him!
Season 2.
Toby's laughing at my shit go.
You've got me. Yeah, you're so good. And, but before we get through all that shenanigans and skullduggery, let's swing into action with some news. Please, Ethan.
First bit of news we got, this is a doozy, is Alec Baldwin. He's been cast in the Joker movie.
Alec
Joaquin Phoenix.
Baldwin.
He was cast in that, and he's playing Thomas Wayne, who is described to be a cheesy and tan businessman who's more in the mold of a 1980s Donald Trump. But wait, the next day, he denies he's playing it. He had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts, apparently.
So he didn't deny.
Noticed?
He didn't deny he pulled out because of the whole SNL comparisons, and he didn't want to be typecast.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you noticed how, like, anytime an actor doesn't do a role, it's scheduling conflicts, quote unquote.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nobody just goes, nah, it's fucked. Maybe apart from Batista, who just goes, nah, it's fucked.
Yeah, he's just nah.
Sometimes it's more of like a professional courtesy, I guess. Like, you could say that, like, no, the script was fucking dog shit. Yeah. But out of respect, and also you might want to work for that studio later on.
Yeah, you know? I know. But I really would I'd appreciate some honest candor. Like, you know, Baldwin just goes, nah, I read it. It's terrible. Anyway.
Yeah, moving on, we had True Detective Season 3 dropped its first trailer. I've never seen any of it. I don't know if either of you have.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so Season 1, I think Toby's seen both of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think Toby can agree with what I'm about to say. Season 1 is possibly one of the best 8 episodes of television I've ever seen. Season 2 was probably 4 of the worst episodes of television I've ever seen. Like,
yeah, look, Season 1 is a
quality drop. Yeah,
Season 1's amazing. Season 2, I mean, it was good overall, but yeah, not as good, certainly, as the first season.
It was...
Like, I will go back and watch the first season again. I probably wouldn't watch the second season again.
Yeah, it was so good I didn't even finish it.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
the ending's really sad.
Like episode 6 or 7, and I just didn't watch like the last episode or 2.
What would you rather watch? True Detective Season 2, the half of the season you didn't watch, or Beyond Skyline?
True Detective every day of the week, twice
True Detective. So, like,
because it was still pretty good.
It wasn't that it was bad. Like, it was just the casting is so weird in it. In that, like,
well, and I think too the problem was the casting in the first season was so good. And the story was so good that it was, and because from everything I remember reading, there was some trouble with season 2, and it sort of came together very quickly. It took too long to write, and then it all got hobbled together and rushed through or something. I think was the case. There was something like that.
So basically, season 1 was rushed to. Season 1 did so well that they were like, all right, cool, let's fast track a season 2.
That's right. The scriptwriter took ages to write season 1 because he had the time, and then they're like, dude, we want a season 2, and he had to bang it out in record time. That's right. I'm pretty sure that was the problem.
Yeah, and then that's why the gap between season 2 and season 3 is so big. It's because they're actually taking time to kind of like take care with the script,
and it needs it.
Also, we've got, and for those who don't know as well, Cottonmouth from the first season of Luke Cage is actually going to be the lead in it.
Yep.
And it looks like it's going to have like a 20-30 year time gap. Like the first season had a narrative with its time gap. Like a time gap narrative that played very heavily into the story. So I'm wondering if as well it's going to be the same thing. It kind of looks like it is, where a younger version of his character is going to find things that will then impact the story that's going to be set in the present day.
Yeah. But if you haven't seen it, the trailer will be in the article that goes with this podcast. So make sure you watch it because it looks juicy.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Next, we have Matt Smith has joined Star Wars Episode 9 in a key role. And judging how most British people are villains, he's probably going to be someone in the Empire, generally.
Yeah, he's going to get himself typecasted too after, like, in America at least, after, although maybe he's trying to push away from the good boy thing image that he had with Doctor Who, and because he was in Terminator as a villain, so maybe sort of, yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to
saying that though, he was in The Crown.
Yeah.
Yes, he was, and he was quite good in that. So.
Well, and now he's playing Charles Manson in a new series or movie as well.
Wait, what? Guy.
Yeah.
Charles Manson?
Yeah, hold on, I'll see what it's called. Give me a sec. It's a movie called Charlie Saves. Yeah, he's playing Charles Manson.
Oh, no way. Okay, I thought you were talking about something else. I thought you were talking about the Tarantino.
Oh, no, that's been cast. There's someone else has been cast.
Yeah, so there's a whole other story with that. I wasn't... Is that news in today's thing?
No, I will chuck it in there.
Okay, well, we'll just talk about it now. So basically, I can't remember the dude's name. I'll have to get Ethan to quickly search it up now. But the guy that's been cast in the Tarantino Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie is going to be playing Manson as in his younger days. The same guy has been cast as Charles Manson. I almost said Marilyn Manson. He's been cast as Charles Manson in season 2 of Mindhunters as an older Charles Manson.
Yes.
Yeah, so like that's going to be wild. That he's essentially going to be playing the same character.
Damon Harry
character across two different major properties.
It's because he physically looks like Charles Manson.
And he's Australian.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he's Aussie. I saw a photo of him. He looks real like creepily like a young Charles Manson.
Next we have some change of release dates. Top Gun reboot has been pushed back a year, while A Quiet Place 2 will open in summer 2020.
Yeah, they're pushing A Quiet Place 2 out.
No, I actually only just watched A Quiet Place for the first time, like maybe 2 weeks ago. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, have you seen it yet, Toby?
Yeah, I've already spoke about it. It's one of those movies. The physics and the reality destroyed the story for me. Because it was good, but like, why would you put sand everywhere and not just stitch up some nice, quiet leather moccasins? Where are they getting power from?
Generators that aren't noisy.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
Yeah, righto. Nah, it's just like there's too many things wrong.
On the generators.
There's just too many things wrong. It's just nah.
But the thing with if they do with A Quiet Place 2, do you think it's gonna be
shit?
Blunt, or like Emily Blunt and that family going forward, or do you think it might focus on earlier parts of the invasion or another family?
I think it'll be a completely different. It'll either be a completely different family or it'll be like the kids, like 20 years later or something. Because I don't know how else you could continue that story, because it looks like they found a way to fight, which is also fucking dumb. Like, we've already got sonic weapons in our military, and you're telling me that nobody... Jesus, fuck! Don't get me started, it made me angry. But, like, they've already found a way to fight back, so that story's kind of done. So I think you probably have to touch base with another family that are, going through similar problems.
Well, I would like to see, like, as it happened,
it burned.
Like, the original, like, invasion, to see, all that sort of thing going on. That's what I would like to see. A bit more backstory on the whole thing. I
can see how, though, wasn't this one... Yeah, there was for a little while the rumour that it was going to be a...
Cloverfield movie.
Yeah, you can see how it would have possibly tied in.
Yeah, no, I kind of like... Because I heard that but just before we walked in, and the more I was watching it, the more I was like, yeah, I get that vibe.
Feels very much like the second movie with Goodman in the bunker and all that,
Yeah.
Like Cloverfield Lane, like that kind of setting almost.
Next we have Walking Dead's Greg Nicotero has joined the Todd McFarlane's Spawn movie as a creature designer. Now apparently he was a creature designer on the original Spawn movie, wasn't he?
No, he was the special effects artist.
Special effects artist, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a huge get, because imagine so like the effects at the time were kind of cutting edge. When you and we can go back and look at it now, and like it has not aged well. I recently went back and watched it myself, like a year ago, and it did not. The special effects did not age well. But imagine Nicotero now doing a Spawn movie with the experience of doing The Walking Dead and how like insane that stuff looks.
Yeah.
Having the tools. Now it would essentially be like if James Cameron had tried to make Avatar in like '96 when the technology wasn't ready. and then making it again, or like even making it in the 80s when he started writing it.
Yeah.
And then being able to then make it in 2009 and be like, all right, cool, let's make it again, but update the graphics. Like, it's kind of the same. It's kind of a comparison, but
well, and to me, this movie sounds like it's changed more from what Tom McFarlane originally set out to do, because he originally pitched it as it's not focused on Spawn. He's in the background as like a boogeyman type character. But now, from what he recently said, is that Spawn then comes to see Twitch, who is the character Twitch, who's being played by Jimmy Renner, for help. So to me, it sounds like they've sort of shifted from what he originally pitched it as.
That could work with the Spawn movie because he's essentially a big supernatural boogeyman. But
yeah, it could work. Yeah.
You know, at the same time, you can't have a superhero movie where the superhero is only in it for 20% of the film.
Yeah, exactly right. So we'll see how it goes. By the sounds of it, he's doing creature design now, so the movie's going to be at least, I'd say, another year and a half, maybe 2 years before it actually starts filming, I'd say. He's just being brought on recently for creature design. Next, we have Chris Hemsworth as team back up the Russo brothers for an action thriller for Netflix. The movie is called Darker, as in DHAK.
Werewolves.
It's not that.
Is it werewolves? Is that a spoiler?
Yeah, I read the IMDb casting. Someone's credited as a werewolf.
Werewolf 3.
This movie tells the story of a mercenary played by Hemsworth who takes the job to save the son of a businessman. No werewolves in there. It's just an action thriller. No werewolves. Okay?
I think I saw there was a trailer for this, wasn't there?
No, it starts filming later this year. November.
No, yeah, they haven't even...
Oh, no, I'm thinking of... What's that thing with the hotel? Where it's like on
the battle... The Bad Times at the El Royal?
Yeah, he's in that too, isn't he? He plays like a cowboy.
He plays a cult leader.
What?
Yeah, cult leader.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Side note, though, that movie looks epic.
You know, because I don't think it's in our news list, but I saw the trailer and I'm like, this movie's either going to be really, really good or amazingly shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's because it's trying to do something sort of a bit out there. I think it's going down a bit of a limb. It's either going to succeed or it's going to fall flat in its face. I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be mediocre at all. It'll be one or the other.
You know what?
The casting looks good though.
You know what vibe I actually got from seeing the first trailer?
An erection?
No, the Hateful Eight.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like a modern Hateful Eight, where like, you know, with that movie you don't know who sold them out.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of try and play this like guessing game, and I feel like, because like if you think about it, it's like what 7 strangers or something and they're basically like all killing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gives me that vibe, but more modern.
Yeah.
Next we had The Predator, the final trailer for that.
Oh, fuck off and die already.
I just wanted to bring this up again because I know how much Toby wants to see this.
I think it's starting, from what I've seen, because it's out in the States already, I think, isn't it? It's doing alright.
No, it comes out this week, this Thursday.
Oh, okay.
They showed it off at the Toronto International Film
Yeah,
Festival.
I mean, the Metacritic it just goes to show you how fucked Metacritic is, like, especially when you're looking at older films too, because like the Metacritic rating for the original Predator is like 50, and this one's 56.
Yeah, it means it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It means, by that logic, it's better than the original.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be better than 2, right?
Yeah, but then you have a look at the user ratings, and that's where I get, like, it's the same with the IMDb. To me, that means that's more impactful, you know, than, like, who listens to critics like us, right? Nobody.
No, well, like, a Predator at the minute is sitting at 7.5 out on IMDb, so...
Yeah.
So far, that's positive, but we're gonna wait until...
Yeah, that's probably
a few more.
If I want to watch this movie, it's gonna have to sit at around about a 2 or 3 out of 10 for me to pick it up and watch it.
It's true to form.
Isn't it funny that he says that? Yet Sicario had what on IMDb?
I
don't know actually. I've never looked it up.
I didn't watch Sicario on my own will. I was told that I had to watch it, so there's a difference there.
I would split. The deal was.
I mean,
the deal was
I sat in bed the other night and watched Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief. I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll chuck this on. I know it's shit, but I'll watch it.
So Sicario is 7.6. Technically, it's 1 better than Predator.
Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
Anyway, Here's a wild rumor for you that's been completely unsubstantiated and has no evidence to support it, but apparently there's a rumor going around that Netflix might...
That Sicario is on Netflix.
Shut up. That Netflix might be looking into creating a Diablo TV series.
Yes. Which,
boy!
It fits with Blizzard saying that they've got multiple
It does.
Diablo things in the works, and not one of those being Diablo 4, wasn't it? Well, they didn't say that.
No, we've got the Diablo on the Switch is confirmed.
That's what it was, yeah.
But beyond that, they've been pretty tight-lipped.
BlizzCon's only like 2 months away, so we'll find out pretty soon.
It's going to be interesting because the World of Warcraft movie, I think, for fans of the game, did all right, but by and large, it didn't review particularly well. It was a bit average. So this might be an opportunity to sort of, for Blizzard, who seem keen to move into film, to sort of have another crack.
But also, this could a TV show. I mean, and this could also sort of do, whether it's live action, this could be almost like Netflix's Game of Thrones or something like that. This could be their way to get into that sort of market.
Yeah, there's
or this
that
could
too.
Also be an animated series like Castlevania, which is currently on Netflix. It could be like that. We're
I'd
not
personally
sure
love to see
which one it is.
A live action, and the story arc is the hunting down and destroying of Diablo. But we'll see what happens. It may not happen at all. It's a wild rumor, and there's not a lot of shit to back it up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right, like, this could be, realistically, like you're saying, this could be Netflix's Game of Thrones, but then also so could be The Witcher. The Witcher,
which I was going to get onto next. Henry Cavill has been confirmed to play Geralt in the Witcher series.
Now, I've only played the first game, but I thought it was amazing how, like, the internet exploded with rage. Like, they didn't seem too happy.
It's kind of like half and half. I know people kind of wanting someone a bit older. I know there've been a lot of fan campaigning for Mads Mikkelsen to play Geralt as well.
But I mean, it's kind of like the whole Idris Elba in bloody, Dark Tower all over again, right? Yeah. I mean, by the time they put makeup and shit on him, he'll look fine.
But this also fits because Henry Cavill is a big fan of the games. He said he's played them, and he said he's also read the book, so he knows the source material well as well.
Yeah, the Polish novels, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, you've got someone who knows who he needs to be for this role, which is good. It won't take a lot of research or time to get into that role.
Sometimes. Yeah, other times going in blind and just sort of following the director can be good too, so... But I guess we'll see.
And he was casted about 4 months ago. He was
it's still going to be...
First one, yeah.
Yeah, but they're not going to start filming for another 18 months or more, at least. 2 years or something, I would imagine.
No, it has a release date of next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like they go in to start filming later in the year.
Yeah. Next.
Next.
Yep. Gwyneth Paltrow is reportedly returning for Spider-Man: Far From Home.
So how spoilery are we getting with this?
Let's just say spoiler warning right now.
All right, let's drop a spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
So there was some news that dropped this morning, which kind of ties into this, and me and Ethan were doing like our own little theory crafting.
Yeah.
So the whole Gwyneth Paltrow thing, we'll talk about that first. We'll go into the second bit. It doesn't surprise me. I know there was set footage of Sam Jackson, Mariah Hill, and Happy.
Yeah, Happy's confirmed to be back as well.
Walking along the Thames. And then Samuel L. Jackson, in his big loud Samuel L. Jackson voice, is like, how the hell did that happen? Like, you can hear that from like half a K away. But yeah, those two coming back don't surprise me. This kind of puts the thought in my head that Tony Stark might not be surviving, but definitely. He will live on in legacy.
Well, I mean, because Kevin Feige said that Far From Home pretty much picks up minutes after the end of Avengers 4.
Avengers 4,
and it's going to deal with some fallout from that.
And then so in bringing up Samuel L. Jackson and Mariah Hill coming back, this actually leads into the other story, which broke today. I don't even know if Toby's seen it yet.
Take it with a grain of salt, because it's heavily rumored.
So this was leaked from someone at Pinewood. So basically, the Pinewood Studios were meant to be taking on the next Bond movie, and since that movie has now been put on hold, there's currently a shooting gap at Pinewood Studios, so people are like trying to find a project to put in there in the time that they were going to be using for Bond. And the rumor is that that Marvel are going to be putting in a surprise film, which is going to be Captain Britain.
Oh shit, son!
It gets bigger. This was reportedly leaked by someone at Pinewood Studios to a member of the press that they're doing casting calls in October, November. I think it was what it was. It's around that time period. And with the casting calls, they normally have to put down a director for the casting calls. The director's name that's been put down is Guy Ritchie.
Oh shit!
So there's a possibility that Guy Ritchie is going to be directing a Marvel Cinematic Universe film about Captain Britain, and the working title for the movie is Captain Britain and the Black Knight.
Oh fuck yeah!
And
So,
also,
I just went online and bought my ticket.
there's rumors from Spider-Man: Far From Home that it's going to.
Of course.
This is where the theory crafting has all come in. So
Right, because he's over there, and you might get the lead-in kind of thing. Right.
Yeah, there's been rumors that Captain Britain's going to be appearing in it for a long time now.
See, you guys know I'd spoken about Captain Britain previously, like years ago on this podcast, where and we're all like, it's never going to happen. He's not big enough. Oh.
no way.
Oh.
But and this is where it gets interesting. So I did like a little bit of research because I've only read like limited bits of Captain Britain, and it's interesting that they've named Captain Britain and the Black Knight because those two guys have only ever done one storyline together ever in the whole history of Marvel Comics.
Right.
And that storyline is a British spy series. But okay, so the reason I bring all this up is that when me and Ethan were talking about it earlier today, with the fact that Marvel Far From Home is a big centerpiece of that film is that it's going to be set in London in the comic books, and specifically in the Captain Britain and Black Knight comic book, there is a spy organization called, what was it? MI13? The superhero version of MI6.
Right, okay.
So it's all people with abilities. So this one like operates in secret, and a big centerpiece of MI13 is Spider-Woman, who was also rumored to be featured in Far From Home.
Wow, Jesus,
this is kind of like how this is all looping in. Like, it sounds like this might be one of the secret Slate movies that's been in the planning for a long time.
And not only is this going to be the first movie for Phase 4, Spider-Man Far From Home, it could also set up a whole bunch of other ones for Phase 4 after.
That kind of makes sense, like introducing some characters that you want to then bring into the next phase. Cool.
Yeah. And as well, using Spider-Man as a huge platform for those characters, because obviously with the Sony sharing arrangement, realistically, Marvel's not taking any risk. It's all Sony.
Yeah.
So all Marvel have to do is launch their own characters, see what the reaction they get. If they get a good reaction, hey, sweet, we're going to do a movie with these people. And they have no risk. There's no financial risk for them.
Well, they're going to need it because some other quick news. Glenn Close disagreed as well with the James Gunn firing. Guardians 3 is just a fucking mess at the moment. It is.
Yeah.
It's like someone picked up the model plane and threw it into the wall as hard as they could. Now there's bits on the floor. It's fucked. This thing, I really think they're going to struggle to get this film back on any kind of track.
Yeah, and as well, like especially with how critical Batista's been.
Yep.
He was playing for Guardians 3, so it's either they recast him or they write him out between movies, and either way, I think it's going to be a very negative spot because you're either going to have to, because he's said he's trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
And he's actively wanting to.
Well,
get out
I mean,
of it,
and I mean, he didn't play such a hugely pivotal role, although obviously he did at the end of the second film. But James's brother is obviously not going to want to fucking go back.
Yeah, for sure.
So
and James Gunn's script did include saying that Craiglin was doing something.
Yeah. So this movie, it's just a fucking mess right now. And I think Marvel's probably going to just let the whole thing cool down, I would imagine, before they even bother trying to pick it back up. We'll see.
On to some more Marvel news. We've also got our first proper look at Captain Marvel was released.
Can't help but notice there's no DC news this fortnight at all.
There was the Joker thing, but
the Joker.
There was some DC news. I don't want to put it in, so we're just gonna.
You could just go elsewhere for that, says Ethan.
Yeah, if you want to see some DC news, go fucking find it yourself.
Alright, tell me about Captain Marvel.
So we got a proper look in her actual Captain Marvel costume, not the green one we've seen from the behind-the-scenes pictures.
Yep.
We didn't get any confirmation on who Jude Law is playing. He dances around who he's playing. Still rumors going around that he's playing Marvel. We got a first look at the Skrulls, as well as being...
Because there was a rumor that he was a villain, wasn't he?
No. He's the leader of the Kree military team Star Force, which Carol Danvers is a part of. And one of the biggest things we learned from the Entertainment Weekly reveal is that the movie starts off with her already having her power as part of Star Force. So this isn't going to be quite an origin story from the get-go. I think we might get flashbacks showing how it all happened.
They'll do flashbacks for sure. Because we know we see her in the 90s in the Air Force and all the rest of it. Like, we've seen stills of that, so...
Well, that's what it said. She has her powers then.
So basically... so basically the movie starts with her powers, and she gets called back to Earth.
Sure, so why would she put on her Air Force pilot uniform and get in a jet?
Blend in?
Well, I'm assuming, either blending in or there could possibly be flashbacks. But
I think
the bulk of the film involves her going back to Earth because of the Kree Skrull War that is currently going on. The Skrulls land on Earth and start taking the place of people.
Yeah,
and they start
which then leads her back to Earth to go back and blend in, and then I'm assuming that's where she'll meet up with I can't think of her name, but her partner in the Air Force.
Yeah. And we got to look at how the Skrulls actually look, and there's also a shot of Ben Mendelsohn in a human form because Skrulls can shapeshift. But from what they were saying, Ben Mendelsohn infiltrates S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's probably why Samuel L. Jackson starts to get involved.
Yeah.
But we also got to look at the Star Force team, which includes Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy.
A couple of very interesting characters.
Yep, and Korath from Guardians of the Galaxy, showing that they were once good.
Yep.
And I'm actually looking at a picture here of Ronan's sort of axe mace thing that he has, and it actually has the Star Force symbol on the part where he puts the Power Stone in the Guardians movie.
The stone.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I mean, it looks good. And then they also included a picture of a de-aged Samuel L. Jackson, and fucking hell does that look great.
Yes.
He looks fucking... That picture looks so good.
Yeah, well, hurry up with the trailer.
Moving on to some more news, Avengers 4 has just entered reshoots. It's not so much as reshoots as they are filming the end of the movie.
Yeah, I imagine they've done this to sort of maintain sort of a degree of secrecy, I guess.
Yeah, and Batista said that he's coming back for about 2 or 3 days to do reshoots as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
and get killed.
Yeah,
possibly killing him for good.
Yeah.
Next, a bit of sad news. Burt Reynolds has passed away.
Yeah.
He was currently filming the Quentin Tarantino Manson movie as well. He was in the middle of filming that. Maybe he filmed all his scenes, we're not sure. Might have to be recast, who knows. But to end on a bit more positive note, Jordan Peele is in talks to remake Clive Barker's Candyman.
Yeah, that was a bit of a... I remember watching the original and thinking that it was sort of a bit of a sleeper. Like, a lot of people didn't know about it, I felt, but it wasn't it was a pretty good film.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people haven't, but it's not a bad film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just didn't get a lot of traction. Alright, so, did you want to give us a quick, spoiler-free thoughts on The Nun, or is it just not even worth it?
If you like jump scares, go watch it. I mean, I'm kind of bad when it comes to horror because I don't really get freaked out by them that much. I just enjoy watching them anyway because I like to see the people around me get freaked out.
Because there was there was some reports that went out that people were asking for refunds. It was that bad.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, towards the end of the movie, it got a bit cheesy. There were actually some...
Is there any connection to Conjuring films at all? Like,
there is some big shit there.
Okay, cool. No spoilers, but alright. So I guess if you're not going to see it at the cinema and you're a fan of Conjuring, definitely look for it when it hits home release, right? Yeah. That's just what I think I might do.
The funniest thing is that there was actually like a bit of comedy in the movie where the audience is actually like laughing a decent amount. It was just a couple of scenes here and there where you saw like a bit of a chuckle, which is a bit strange.
The Conjuring movies were kind of like that too. Like there were small little funny bits, but they weren't like straight up like comedy bits.
Oh, this was like almost straight up comedy bits, a few parts.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of lame.
Yeah,
that's not good.
But I mean, it's jump scares is pretty much all that's there. A bunch of connections to The Conjuring. That's about it.
Fair enough. I finished, I don't know if you guys did, I watched all of Jack Ryan. I put my written review up on Pixel Pop Network. Did you guys either of you catch that on Amazon Prime?
No.
Nope.
I went
to start watching...
Because I know you're a fan of the lead actor, and obviously because of A Quiet Place.
I mean, yeah, like he was great in a Quiet Place, but I actually went to go watch it not knowing that Chromecast doesn't support on Amazon. So
okay.
Lame as fuck.
Well,
I just kind of like boycotted it. Was like, nah, fuck this. I'm gonna go watch something else.
Well, I'll put a link to the review in the article, but yeah, like TLDR, it was pretty good, and I'm looking forward to season 2. I think he plays the character really well, and I have a few quibbles with it, but by and large, I was pretty happy with the show. Yeah. Watch it.
I meant to watch like Man in the High Castle, but yeah, again, Amazon doesn't do Chromecast. So
I'm really waiting for season 3 on that. We've got 2 more episodes of Castle Rock. Or one more actually, I think, at the moment. But yeah, it's wavering. It needs to swing back and be good in the last episode or 2. Another one I started watching, I don't know if you guys get much time, but I've been watching, and my wife's been watching quite a bit of SBS, like online. They have some really good stuff. They recently did another, they got a hold of a spy show called Deep State, starring Mark Strong.
Yes!
From the villain from... well, this is... Hang on. So he's the villain from Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey, and he's also in Kingsman as Mel. Yeah, well, he's also in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy with Gary Oldman. That movie, I mean, it's just got everybody in it. But we watched the first 2 episodes, and it was quite good. And then we're like, oh, it's a week to week. SBS got petitioned so much, they've released the entire thing, and you can binge watch it on SBS On Demand now. So, good to see... SBS getting some quality content. I haven't watched anything past the first few. It's got a few other names in there as well. I recognised a few faces from other shows, but yeah, like put it on your watch list. It's good.
Yeah, I mean SBS has got some quality content. I know that they have The Handmaid's Tale. I keep getting told that is incredible.
Yeah, and they've got the Wellington Paranormal, which is apparently hilarious.
Handmaid's Tale is a Hulu one, I think.
Yeah, it's a big Hulu one in the States. It's won a ton of awards. The chick who's playing the lead in it is now getting offers for Hollywood left, right, and center.
She was from Mad Men.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's completely free. I mean, you get I think 2 or 3 ad breaks, and they're not that intrusive. And yeah,
which is
good.
Fine.
Yeah, it's good. All right, well, let's move on to our topic of conversation this fortnight, and that is Iron Fist Season 2. As normal, we're going to start off with sort of a spoiler-free thoughts and summary, and then we'll have some very clear warnings before we jump into a spoiler yak, which I'm sure Lucas has got lots and lots and lots to say. But before we take the leash off, let's start with spoiler-free thoughts and summary. Let's start with you, Ethan.
I enjoyed it a lot more than the first season. I actually paid more attention to this season than I did the first season. I felt like some of the being 10 episodes was a lot better. It took out a lot of filler. To me, there was some filler in there, but that may have just been to further develop a certain character up for the next season, which it seems like it probably was. The fight scenes in some episodes were a lot better, some they weren't. But overall, I actually enjoyed it a lot more. I would say I haven't even finished Luke Cage Season 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, you finished it, which was a start.
Yeah, I finished it, yeah. So that's a start.
You might want to go back and finish Luke Cage 2 now, though.
I was thinking that.
And without spoilers, there's some theories that where the story might go could see the 2 butting horns soon.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I mean, I'm going to say something here. I'm pretty sure it's not a spoiler, because we already knew that this character is going to be in the show anyway. Misty, to me, is easily one of the best parts of this show. I really, really like her character a lot.
Yep, cool. Alright, Lucas, spoiler-free summary, what do you think?
So, firstly, Ethan's wrong. The best part of the show is Ward Meacham. He is the best.
Oh, no, I'm saying I enjoyed it, but I like Misty a lot, though.
Yeah, no, I get it. I was just saying, like, Ward.
I mean, Ward was good this season. I liked him this season, too.
So if we can go back to season 1 for a second, like when I saw those trailers, I'm like, wow, Ward's really a prick. And I really like Joy in the trailers. And then I got to watch season 1 and I'm like, wow, I really like Ward and Joy fucking sucks. And then in this season, like, Ward somehow has the best storyline in the whole, course of the show.
The only problem is it's in terms of the grand scope of season 2, it's largely redundant. Like, it has nothing to do with anything.
That's why I said it was a bit of filler.
It's a good story, but it really has nothing to do with the backbone of the story.
Well, it kind of does, because, like, his whole thing is that... So, I'll say this. There is a ton less filler because of the 10-episode order.
Sure.
This show definitely benefited from 10 episodes, as opposed to 13. If they had to try to stretch this into 3 more episodes, I'd probably, like, be falling asleep. In saying that, though, like, Ward's storyline, it fed into the main storyline. So the whole main storyline is that Joy had her time with her father taken away. That's the way she sees the world. The people that are responsible for that were Ward and were Danny. Danny was willing to give her whatever she wanted, and Ward just tried to make it right. Ward was continually trying to make it right and do something and tell her as well. Like, there was that argument that they have a bit later on where he's like, this isn't really a spoiler, but it's like, it happens a bit later where Ward's talking about he was just trying to protect her. And she's like, I didn't need protecting, and they have this huge tiff. And that's kind of like, you can see that, like, he's broken and he wants to fix things. And you know, that's what I mean in the sense that Ward's the best character. Ward somehow has, like, the emotional depth, and you can relate to the dude a whole bunch of different ways. And then, like, his storyline,
isn't it sad?
He's trying to basically save.
Isn't it sad though that in terms of this season, Ward is really the only one that shows, like, there's the only one that has an emotional story. Like, everyone else is pretty much cardboard.
It's not that they're cardboard.
Totally cardboard.
Like, Danny's plot is very defined. Colleen's plot is helping Danny. Joy's plot is destroying Danny and Ward. Davos's plot is to take the fist. Like, that's really as simple as it gets. Like, the only reason that Ward gets an emotional story is because he's telling an emotional story. He's, you know, from the end of season 1, he's lost his father. Now in season 2, he's lost his sister.
There's plenty of opportunity.
The only thing he has left, though, is his company, and he wants to try and make things right with his sister. So the entire crux of his storyline is that it is all emotion-based, where everyone else is trying to fight for things, and emotions aren't really getting in the way because they can't get in the way. He's the only one that can really put out a story based around emotion, which is understandable because he's now lost his sister in the pursuit of trying to protect her.
Sure.
That's just the way I see it anyway.
Well, for my part, I thought the script was absolutely atrocious. I thought the script was shit, and I wouldn't wipe my ass with it. It was so cliche. It was so by the numbers. It had no surprises. It was step by step. It was fucking ordinary. I think the fight choreography, which they tried to advertise and trump up as being amazing, was terrible. It was slow. It was clunky. There are scenes where you'll see, like, punches, like, missing by a yard. It was shit. The problem that has faced this character since Netflix first started it, and still plagues this problem, is that none of the freaking cast, or barely any, are actual martial artists. I mean, Davos is a fucking tap dancer in real life, right? And the problem is where you've got Daredevil, who's a boxer, and you've got, Jessica Jones is a street fighter per se, and Cage is just, well, he's just a fucking meat stick, right? I mean, he just, plugs everything. Danny is supposed to be a kung fu master. I mean, we've all watched Chinese kung fu films, like, Ip Man, for instance. Go watch Ip Man. Go watch the kung fu in Ip Man, and then come back and watch Iron Fist. And you'll just go, what the fuck am I watching? They're all slow, they're sluggish. I mean, I'm a 40-year-old fat guy, and I move faster on my feet than these people. It's just totally unbelievable. And I was thoroughly unimpressed by the fighting. And it just, nah. They should axe this show. Brutal?
Just a tad.
I'm seriously disappointed. This was their chance to fix it. They said they were going to fix it. They didn't fix it. They didn't. And I'm disappointed. And I think the only thing Marvel can do with this character now is create a standalone movie if they wanted to, and get in a real martial artist or at least some stuntmen and do it properly. Because if Danny Rand's the greatest martial artist in the world, or one of, then China's fucked. Because their martial arts is shit.
I pretty much disagree with all that. Like,
that's fine.
I didn't think I didn't think it was like, award winning or anything like that. Like, the way I'm comparing it is I'm comparing it to season 1.
Sure, but I'm looking at it as a standalone series, and I just think that, like, by and large, I can, and I think that, by and large, the whole thing's cringeworthy. It's a waste of time, and it could have easily been done in 6 episodes, not even 10. They were still filling it with shit because it was just empty nothingness. It was just terrible.
No, it was like fairly plot driven. Like, there was a lot that happened.
There's so much wank and fluff, so much. There's so much filler. There's more bog in the wall than there is wall. And, terrible. Terrible. Glad it's done. Hope we don't see it again. Let's move on to more interesting characters in the Netflix Marvel Universe.
Season 3.
I'm looking forward to the season 3.
No, not after that ending. That. Oh my god, that ending was terrible.
It was cheesy, but I liked it.
Oh, it was terrible. I've seen 80s kung fu, you go back and watch a, Van Damme movie from the 80s, it was better than this. Ah! I love the mic drop here. So there's some spoiler-free thoughts. Hopefully you'll draw your own conclusions, and maybe you'll swing with me. Maybe you're more on Ethan and Lucas' side, or maybe you're somewhere in between. If you haven't seen it though, we're going to talk spoilers now. Or if you just don't care, well, then stick around. Either way. But if that's the last you're listening to is this podcast for now, we'll catch you next fortnight. Thank you for listening. But let's dive into spoilers. And again, I'll give the mic to Ethan first. Lay it on us.
That ending.
Shit.
It's like the biggest spoiler there is.
Not even spoiler, it's just a giant cock tease for, like...
Well, yeah, it is.
Some of the hardcore fans of Iron Fist lore.
Oh, yeah. And that's...
Yeah, but it's Orson Randall's ability to light up the guns, not fucking Danny Rand.
Well, that's the thing, is I don't think Danny's got the Iron Fist back. I think that the
He's
power
stolen
light and
Orson's
the
guns.
That because Orson used the guns so much, that... Because
he's imbued He's
imbued
imbued the power of the Iron Fist within the guns.
Which I think is what's happened, is that... Because they said they're looking for Orson, they're after him, and that they stole those guns from someone in Jakarta. So I feel like that the guns are the ones that have the power, it's not Danny. Danny doesn't have the fist back, it's just the guns that do it.
Hey, so what's this Luke Cage thing? I'm a bit lost.
So there's because did you finish Luke Cage?
Yeah, I did, but I don't.
So he's going down a path of gangster, right? Supposedly, and it's a case of
Danny.
No, Luke Cage's.
Oh,
right.
Yep, okay.
And there's this sort of theory, I guess, that he's going to run afoul. Like, he's going to fall from grace. He's going to, take a darker path, and that, at some point, Danny's going to have to say, "Hey, you've got to stop," and then it's on.
Nah. Where's this theory coming from?
But what if
the internet? Like most theories.
That's the most stupid theory I've heard.
Well, you write an email, "Dear Internet, you are stupid." Love
dude,
this.
I've heard some. Dude, I'm gonna. You watch. Honestly, I've heard some dumb shit, but that is possibly one of the dumbest things I've heard in regards to like.
What if
there are so many.
Now with Orson Randall's guns, that's something that can take down Luke.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
we
I guess you'll have
can
to
take down Luke, the Judas.
Well, yeah, I know, but then now with bullets, and it might be a bit more of a.
Was it just me, or did the visual effects in that last shot there, where he was like shooting the other bullet, like look bad?
They didn't look bad. They just didn't look as up to scratch as the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's a bit cheesy, and I mean, and also the fact that Colleen now, you see that she can use her own fist to power through his sword. Which is what her ancestor did in the comics. She was known for doing that, as well as powering arrows and stuff like that with the power of the Iron Fist too.
Yep, and then that's also what Orson could do with the guns.
Yep, so that's kind of in her lineage bloodline for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, Misty to me is easily the best character.
Yeah, she was pretty good. I probably agree with Lucas. I think I preferred Ward.
Well, no, yeah, to me, I mean, Ward's a
overall.
I just really like Misty and how she is now. She just wants to go and take charge and all that sort of thing. I like that a lot more instead of just, dodging around it like Danny or the rest of them want to do.
Yeah, and of course, Turk showed up again.
Yep. What about what did you guys think of Mary?
Great.
Yeah, that's a tough one because,
Really?
again, like she's supposed to be a
loved her.
mutant. I understand they can't do mutants in these shows yet, at least.
Oh, I said to Lucas maybe she got her powers through the same way Jessica Jones did, but I guess she didn't. She doesn't have powers.
No, well, she doesn't have powers at the moment. That's for sure.
And also the callback to Sokovia several times from her as well. It was a nice little nod.
Yeah,
So
although
I've
it
actually-
must
I
be
got a
pre.
theory about
It
that.
must be pre Age of Ultron. That's for sure.
Now to be post.
No, it'd be post. They've already made
Nah,
reference to
how?
Yeah, to be
Sokovia's a
post.
fucking mess.
Yeah,
Well,
when
it was years ago.
she was taken as a
had-
prisoner. She was taken as a prisoner of war.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but I'm
so
saying
they
like
can-
Sokovia got like all but destroyed.
Well, I mean,
like-
this could have happened before, like her past with the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
Before Age of
I think
Ultron.
this must have happened before Age of Ultron. Like her getting
it
like
must have.
the flashback stuff where she got captured. I think must have been before
Yeah.
Age of Ultron. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I'd say probably, yeah.
Yeah, just
I mean-
because.
It's. I mean, I thought she was good, but to me, it's hard seeing Alice Eve in that role because she's always played like such a nice character all the time. I mean, it's a good.
She
change
looked
from the
fit.
previous-
Like you can see the muscle mass in
Yeah.
her shoulders and arms. Like she looked really fit.
but I thought she was alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't too bad. I mean, I guess it's a bit of an origin story for her, so you have to start. Like you can't. They obviously didn't want to just sort of just explode with Bloody Mary, and because I think in the comics she has 4 personalities. There's Mary, there's Walker, there's Bloody Mary, and I'm pretty sure she's got 4.
Typhoid Mary.
Must be Typhoid Mary, yeah. So, I guess the mirror was a nice homage to the half and half face, but it would have been kind of cool to see her maybe put on some war paint and do the half and half face at one point. Did you catch the Sam Chung reference thing?
Sam Chung.
So Colleen's boss at the community center,
Yeah.
his name is Sam Chung. If you look him up in your Marvel wiki, he's actually Blind Spot, who's Daredevil's protege.
What?
Yeah, in the comic books anyway. Yeah. So I mean, in the comic books, Sam Chung doesn't work with Colleen at like a community hall or anything like that. But yeah, in the comic books, the character named Sam Chung, yeah, he's Blind Spot, which I thought was neat. Did you see Stan Lee's little flyer?
Nope, I missed his one.
It's a police flyer. Like he's dressed up as a New York police officer, and
Yeah, he always is.
yeah, in this one, yeah. But you saw the post-credit scene?
For
Yeah.
Daredevil, yeah.
Yeah, won't lie, that was probably the most exciting thing for me in the whole season.
Come on.
But he's certainly
As I said to Lucas, I have a feeling that we're gonna get Daredevil season 3 sooner than we may think.
what you think not Christmas, but you think like well, we're really running out of time.
Well,
Really,
in
what
four-
we're
I would say
in
4
September.
weeks.
I would
time
say
is-
early October, early to mid October,
That yeah, maybe.
because
Well,
purely for the reason that
because
the New York Comic Con's on October 5th. Netflix is bringing a bunch of shows there, including Dark Crystal, Daredevil, a bunch of other shows.
Is Dark Crystal this year?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if it's coming out this year or not, but they're showing
Right.
some of it off. And,
Oh, okay. It'd be nice to get another trailer for that.
yeah, I think that we will be. There's a guy that I follow on Twitter who reviews a whole bunch of like movies and stuff like that, and he also gets a whole bunch of stuff early from Netflix. And he posted up the other day saying, I think it was Friday, Saturday, saying like, "Oh, make sure to stay to the end credits of Iron Fist. There's a bit of footage there for something which I've already seen a bit of." So I'm like, okay, if he's already seen a bit of that, then it probably means it's going to be coming out sooner rather than later.
Yeah. No Clay Temple.
No, then they asked. Yeah, I don't think it's. I think me and Luke said to me, "It's like, oh, you reckon they're writing her out?" But I don't think they're going to write her out. I think she may come back in a Luke Cage season 3 towards the end to try and be like bring Luke back. I guess maybe to reality.
Yeah.
Set him
But they
straight,
certainly
maybe.
dialed her down a bit then, haven't they?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
still have Turk as the one that's been in all of them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's met-
Turk's the one that's been in all of them.
He's met all the heroes / anti-heroes. Yep.
Yeah, I got a really interesting idea that I kind of thought about in regards to season 3 of Daredevil. Just that 30-second clip, he mentioned something about rather dying as Daredevil than living as Matt Murdock, and I thought that was really interesting because there's only like one scenario where I could ever have imagined Charlie Cox as Daredevil saying that, and that's if they were going to adapt Shadowland. Shadowland is a dark story. Like, it's on par dark with Born Again, but Shadowland is like, basically Daredevil turns into an anti-hero.
Yeah, I see.
And kills people, and it's getting to the point where, especially with Defenders, he's so desensitized with the justice system that he's going to start taking things into his own hands. And I feel like we're going to get a Punisher. I feel like we're going to get a crossover of like Shadowland and Born Again, which honestly could be fucking amazing. He's also back to the black suit. Like as we saw, like he's back to the homemade suit in that clip. So I'm wondering if it's going to be too far of a stretch to see the black Shadowland suit, because that would look fucking cool, armored up like the red suit.
Just reading here about Shadowland thing, it seems like Moon Knight's a big character of the Shadowland.
Let's get a cameo.
So, do you think?
And funnily enough, so is Typhoid Mary.
Yeah. Do you think maybe we might get an introduction for Moon Knight here for another series? Maybe. Might be the best time to get it.
I know Feig wants to do something with Moon Knight, but they haven't really said what. Plus, as well, there isn't many people in the Daredevil Season 3 casting that we've seen that they have made a big deal enough to be like, oh, this person's playing a special character, I wonder who it could be, except for the guy that is, worst kept secret in Hollywood right now, the guy who's playing Bullseye.
Yeah. Which I feel like half of this, because we still don't know if, I think they said that all the Marvel series going forward now are going to be 10 episodes, which annoys me because I think Daredevil Season 3 should be 13. Because I feel like it's going to be half and half like Season 2, where the first half will get all the Fisk stuff and like the Born Again stuff, and in the last half of the season we may get Bullseye stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, 13 episodes is fine, 20 episodes is fine, but you've got to have a script and a story to fill it. That's the problem.
I mean, if they're adapting Born Again, I'm sure they've got enough there for it.
Yeah. I mean, Born Again is such a fleshed out story, and also, with the storyline of Karen Page in that story, they're gonna have to change a whole bunch of shit.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, they've got enough at least to flesh out at least 8 episodes for Born Again. If they're also then going to throw Shadowland on top of that, that's easy 13 right there.
Yeah.
Plenty of stuff that they can do with those two storylines. I mean, hypothetically, if my theory comes to pass, and just kind of that vibe I was getting from that 30 seconds, like I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing the tease into Shadowland.
Well, Charlie Cox has pretty much said that Born Again elements will be in Daredevil Season 3, but it wouldn't be a page-for-page adaptation. Yeah,
and I mean in the sense that, Fisk is going to destroy Matt Murdock in the media, and then he's going to go after Daredevil, obviously not knowing they're the same person. But then obviously coming to learn that secret, you're also going to have, the influence of Mother Maggie. Yeah, Mother Maggie.
So we know Punisher 2's in filming. What other?
I think it's done now. Jessica Jones 3 is filming right now.
Okay, it is. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Because I just sort
Punisher
of
in the can.
Was it?
They're I don't. Yeah, Ethan's telling me they're done. I knew they were filming. I didn't know if they were done or not.
I didn't realize the Punisher was done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Punisher's done. I'm pretty sure. Let's give me a sec. I know Jessica Jones might still be going, or it could be done. Punisher 2 has finished filming. Jessica Jones is still going, I think.
Right.
So I wonder what's on the production slate after Jessica Jones.
It'll be Luke Cage with the next one, then I'd say, and then Iron Fist 3. But I don't think that Luke Cage has been announced for a third season.
Yeah, Luke Cage has been confirmed.
Has?
Yeah,
I really hope Jones 3 pushes the investigation side of things a bit more, because I got to say, my favourite moments of Season 2 is when she's being a PI, because that's kind of what her character is, you know what I mean, rather than her own personal struggles so much, and the combat. Like, I really dig when she was going through the houses and looking for clues and stuff like that. That to me really felt like that they'd got Jones at that point. So I'd love to see more of that. I want the action as well, of course, but I want to see more of the actual Jones being the PI, because we sort of just see snippets of her doing photos and a bit of this, a bit of that, but I'd love to see more of that. But there you have it. So it looks like 2 thumbs up and a thumbs down for Iron Fist Season 2.
Make that four thumbs up and 2 thumbs down.
All right then, if you say so.
Just so we're aware, that's still the same fractionally.
I know. I just want to be a bit more accurate with the thumbs, alright?
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to make sure that it was irrelevant. It was unneeded and unnecessary.
I think all of us are absolutely hashtag super hyped for Daredevil Season 3.
You know what I think Toby's problem is? Just nothing's going to compare to Punisher for him, so everything else is just shit.
No one was getting shot with a Gal 52. Everything's shit.
Well, I did query that. I understand why.
Where was the fucking death?
Well, yeah. Well, no, I understand though why characters need their own space, but I mean, and I'm pretty sure at the end of Punisher, he's like given his pardon and told to bugger off. So that kind of explains it. But I kind of thought it was odd where you had a gang war happening in downtown New York, and all of the leaders are in one spot. I'm thinking, this is where he turns up with the freaking chain gun and just wipes them out, right? You know? No? Okay. It's a little odd, and that's the problem. Like, once you've sort of established things in a world, then you kind of, like, even in Iron Fist, you go, well, what's Luke doing right now? What's Jessica doing right now? You know, if you've got events that are affecting the whole city, you know, what are these other characters doing about it at the moment? And of course you can't have cameos every 5 minutes, I understand that, but it sort of feels like I'm a little worried as these shows go on and there's more threads hanging loose, that it just sort of gets to a point where especially if we're going to bring in more, you know, heroes, and like, you know, Misty's going to do her thing, and then her and Colleen will go off do their thing, and then, you know, we're going to have Hellcat do her thing. Like, we're going to have more and more sort of heroes running around the city. If you're going to have events that affect the whole city, then it sort of worries me that it's like, well, you know, this kind of gets a bit odd, because you would think it would be impacting the others as well.
Okay, I'm thinking something here. All right, so I see that we're going to get Daredevil Season 3 sooner rather than later. Sorry to change off again. All right, the original release date for the Punisher Season 1 was New York Comic-Con, but they delayed it due to the Las Vegas shooting. So what if they're going to do the exact same thing with Daredevil, is have the Daredevil panel and be like, hey, look, here's the Daredevil panel trailer. It's available tonight.
That'd be
quite
awesome.
Possible.
That would be awesome.
I'm just reading things here for Punisher. I remember that they did that, so I was just thinking, like, yeah, that could be what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to be on standby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, thank you very much to Ethan and Lucas for their thoughts, their opinions, their critiques, their insults.
And thank you for Toby, considering he was very wrong.
So right. So right. We'll be back next fortnight. What do we got now between here and then? Anything?
Predator.
Yeah.
Predator.
Wow, even all the better, because I think next podcast is looking like Ethan, Lucas, and Jesse for a change. So you can shit talk me, and you can crap on about a movie I don't care about. So that sounds like a podcast best suited for me, not for me.
80 minutes of shitting on Toby. I am sold.
Sounds like my sex life. Badumch.
Hey.
I'm probably going to be able to make next podcast.
This is Toby's into some weird shit.
Depending on the day of the next podcast, I probably won't be able to make the next one.
Oh, sad.
That sounds like just me and Jesse then.
Yeah, no,
shit talking Ethan and
Jesse.
Toby.
Yeah, I'll make sure that I watch a bunch of shit movies between now and then, and I'll message you guys about it, and then you can just grill me on that.
Nice. All right, then. Thank you very much to all of our Patreon supporters. As always, it's greatly appreciated. Your contributions allow us to keep our super special SoundCloud account. This podcast will be affiliated with a written article on the Pixelpop Network website. So head on over there, and you'll see all the trailers and other links that we've been talking about in this podcast. Otherwise, look after yourself, and we will see you next fortnight. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun. Dun, dun, dun.